I coded a website and published it on the dark web until real people started visiting it. The dark web is a part of the internet that's inaccessible to regular search engines like Google. It's a hidden world where everyone is anonymous, both users and sites, which is why the strangest and most illegal sites and forums are found there, the dark web or darknet.
The dark web, this hidden side of the internet, offers forums for all kinds of trafficking.
It's the darkest part of the internet. We're also creating a website, one that might have been reported if not made on the dark web. You'll see what I mean. In this experiment, we'll uncover how the world works, its dangers and its advantages, because there are some.
Before this video starts, know that it's only for prevention and entertainment purposes. Do not recreate what you see.
The person you just heard is V2F, a YouTuber who, like me, talks about code on YouTube, and he explains complex things extremely well. That's why I asked him to make a brief appearance later in this video, but he doesn't know his role will be bigger than he expects. Wanting to code a site on the dark web is great, but you need a concept for the site. Are we going to sell stolen credit cards, viruses, or no, none of that. The concept I came up with is to code a site where I'm going to release files about V2F. It's kind of like a whistleblower site against him. And since the site will be on the dark web, well, he literally won't be able to do anything to get it taken down. And that's thanks to the fact that the dark web is based on a really clever system. And I'll let him explain it to you himself in a bit, actually. Maybe this whole world amuses or intrigues you. Well, before we continue, I have a message for everyone who wants to learn more about cybersecurity and hacking. A platform where you learn real skills by hacking real things, gamified like a video game. It's called TryHackMe, and they're sponsoring this video. With over 5 million users, it's the biggest platform to get started, no matter if you know nothing or if you already have some experience. Here, you can learn or deepen your knowledge to understand how to hack websites and investigate real online attacks. Of course, all of this is done legally and ethically. In these tutorials, you'll hack websites and servers hosted by TryHackMe. For example, here's one of their challenges, the OSINT. This is one of the easiest hacking techniques, and I'll use it later in this video. With V2F, I can join the room by clicking here. So here, we're supposed to play the role of a company that got hacked, and a hacker left this image. We can open it. Okay. First, I notice it's a vector image, so I inspect the element and find the image data, especially the binary code we can copy. We'll paste this into something that can read it, then check the metadata, and you see, we can see which software was used to export it, and especially, I guess that's the hacker's username. Perfect, module completed. Well, I think you get the idea, and keep in mind that there are a lot more, covering a wide range of topics and all skill levels, injection attacks, AI-based attacks, software vulnerabilities. And if you ever find yourself in a complex module and you're stuck, you can call on Echo. That's their own AI. It acts like a coach who knows everything by heart and will help you make progress. I really recommend you try out some free rooms to understand how it works using my link in the description. And if you want to go further, use my code I125 and you'll get 25% off. Keep in mind, there are many website ideas to develop on the dark web. Obviously, there are some really shady sites, like marketplaces where you can buy stolen data, fake documents, hacking software, weapons, or even darker services, to put it that way. There are even forums, for example, where people sell security vulnerabilities they've found, or stolen databases. That's the kind of thing that regularly makes the news. Legitimately, some forums let people discuss topics censored in their home countries, such as those under dictatorship. Some people build websites for journalists or activists to share sensitive information safely, avoiding identification or censorship. I'm planning to do the same with V2F by creating a website to share information that can't be censored. I think you already understand the debate about anonymity. Is ultimate anonymity a good thing on the internet? Well, honestly, on the regular internet, the question doesn't really come up. You may seem anonymous with a username, but authorities can still find you. They can also shut down illegal websites easily, but on the dark web, that's nearly impossible. Possible. It may seem odd, but true anonymity on the internet is difficult. When you visit a website, several intermediaries log your activity, making it easy to trace back to you. For example, suppose I visit ilovetrains.fr. Everyone has their own passion. Well, my computer first sent a request to my internet service provider, who knows my name and address since I pay for a subscription. And then it sent my request, which contains my IP and the site I want to visit, to a network of computers called routers. These routers will take turns passing along your request. And this continues until it reaches the server of the site ilovetrains, ilovetrains.fr. Well, all these people we've just seen are likely to store your IP and what you've done. Maybe you're thinking, okay, great, they're not going to do anything with it. In itself, yes, for you and me, honestly, we don't care. But imagine you live in a country where loving trains is illegal. Well, right away, you'll regret having left so many traces that can be traced back to you. That's exactly the problem the dark web is meant to solve. With a clever idea, they make both users and websites anonymous. The most popular dark web network is Tor, an open source project available on GitHub. It also offers the Tor browser for accessing its network. It looks like this. It's a really standard browser on the surface. And it's true, you can do searches on the regular internet. There are a lot of systems to make you anonymous with this browser, but I won't go into the details. And the ultimate system for being anonymous is to browse the dark web, and we'll use this browser to access our site once we've coded it. And actually, before coding it, and before showing you the files I found on V2F, I'll let him explain to you in 30 seconds the genius behind this network. Tor.
It comes from the onion router, or le routeur en oignon in French, because it works like an onion. There are several layers of encryption here. Let's take the example of accessing jimelesstrains.fr, but this time we're going through Tor. So here, the URL will look more like this, since we're on the dark web. But anyway, Tor will select 3 routers around the world, then get an encryption key for each of them. It then uses them to encrypt your request with these 3 layers of encryption. It sends all of that to the first router. The first router decrypts only the first layer with its key, revealing your IP and the second router's address. The rest remains encrypted with the other 2 keys. It then forwards the request to the second router. It decrypts the second layer and knows only the addresses of the previous and next routers, which it uses to forward your request. The third router then decrypts the final layer. It will know your request, so the site you want to visit, and will be able to forward it, but it has no idea who you are, and that's how anonymity is preserved. No intermediary has the complete route. Your internet service provider would be here, so it only knows that you're using Tor. As for receiving the site's response, you simply take the reverse path.
Thank you, V2F. His actions are impressive. This makes me more uneasy about what I'm going to do, but I'm eager to show you his reaction to my site at the video's end. Anyway, you understand why we're going to host our site on Tor, so that will give us a .onion URL, but before we get that URL, we need to design the site. To stay on theme, my goal is to design a site that you could actually find on the dark web. So I'm going to show you a bit of what's out there as a sort of mood board. Look, here are some examples of sites from the dark web. I can access them thanks to the Tor browser. Well, I'm showing you several examples, but anyway, there's one thing that always comes up. They're ugly. They're really ugly. Actually, it looks like they're old sites without much design behind them. I think they're mainly trying to create functional sites, not necessarily aesthetic ones. And when you imagine the kind of people behind these sites, it makes sense. Honestly, they don't really care about design, and that's great. It's really cool. It's going to make things easier for us. Look, we're going to put a black background. We're going to add a title for this site. What the French YouTuber V2F is trying to hide. A little controversial newspaper headline. There you go. We're trying to create some buzz here. I'm telling you things in French, but just know that I'm going to put everything in English. Because we might have an international audience. I'm already thinking ahead, yeah. And basically, that's it. Below, I put a little description. Here is a selection of files concerning the French YouTuber V2F. This site is updated regularly when we find new files. Like really, we have investigators dedicated to this topic, because it's a very important subject. Below, we'll put a list of links that redirect to pages on this site where we'll display the files in question. Then I added dates here to timestamp the files and make it even more serious. Now, like the real owners of sites on the dark web, well, we need to find some content. I plan to contact V2F's mother. There you go, now it's been said. But before that, we're going to use a very classic method to find embarrassing things about him. You probably know it, it's called OSINT. It's the idea of looking for things that are publicly accessible on the normal internet. Quick reminder, don't do what I'm doing in this video. I know V2F, which is why I'm trying this. If my experiment failed, you wouldn't be watching. You can also visit his YouTube channel. I found some videos that he had set to unlisted, and it's pretty easy to find. You can just go here. And honestly, I don't know if I'm the only one discovering this, but V2F has actually been known for a really long time. 2 years ago, he got 750,000 views making podcast-style videos.
Hello everyone, this is V2F, and today we're going to talk about death. Wait, you all enjoy death? You're too young to be classic movies.
It really gets to me because it's so different from his serious tone now. I could also play a clip of what firefighters think. That makes me happy.
What damn revenge. I'm sick of these damn firefighters, their damn calendars, coming to my door every year to offer me their crap.
His nice hat again.
Damn, he just bought me some mashed potatoes. I need to find a way to tell her.
And wow, it's crazy. I found something that makes me laugh even more than his old videos. It's a clip from an old show he was on. The show is called Clash Food. Basically, the concept is that every time the YouTubers have to cook with a challenge. V2F, they thought it would be genius to make him cook with his butt. Yeah, go ahead, huh? That's good, you're in the right place. Yeah, well, I said it. It fascinates me. I'm even more of a fan of this guy. Honestly, all of this is cute, but to really play the role of hackers, since that's the theme of the video, I wanted to try a pretty common attack. It's what's called targeted phishing. I'm going to contact V2F's mother by pretending to be him to get even more dirt. Honestly, I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to get caught, but it's okay. All for the content. And if it works, well, the video is just a masterpiece. And I'll say it again, but obviously don't try this yourself. If I'm showing you this, it's for awareness, because it could just as easily happen to you or your loved ones. My strategy was to go through the accounts V2F follows on Instagram, and in there, I managed to find one of his friends. The fact that I'm a YouTuber made it pretty easy to explain my concept to him. I was even able to show him parts of my conversation with V2F to prove that I really know him, and his friend thought my prank was amazing. He loved the plan, and he gave me his mom's phone number. So I sent a text saying, "Hi mom, it's Victor. I have a new number. I'm going to use the other one for work because I leaked it in a video. Haha, I don't know if that's believable." Apparently, it worked. I waited 2 days. Then I sent another text saying, "Hi mom, do you have any pictures of me as a kid? It's for a video." It worked. So, there you go. I put all those photos directly into a photo gallery tab on my website. So we're literally putting stolen photos on the site. That, plus the old files, makes our site super complete. Our site is complete. All that's left is to run it on a server and host it on the dark web. I'm not telling you anything new. A website runs on a web server. It turns out the most well-known web server is Apache. Well, it's the same thing for the dark web. We're going to run our site on Apache. Actually, hosting a site on the dark web is the same as hosting a regular site. The only difference is that the IP to access our site won't be public. We're going to hide it behind Tor. Tor will be the only entry point to access our site. And so that we still have a URL to share, Tor will provide us with an onion address. I'll show you a little time lapse of the steps I took to publish the site. And I'm mainly showing you this to show you how fast it actually is. In literally 2 minutes, you can have a site on the dark web. I really didn't think it would be this fast before trying this concept. And now, if I run this command, there you go, I can see the URL that Tor assigned to my site. And if I copy and paste it into the Tor browser, it's awesome. It's awesome. Well, it takes some time. You'll notice that the site takes a while to load. And that's because we're communicating with servers all over the world. It works. It's really cool. Now, we still have one last problem left. The thing with Tor is that there's no Google. To know that a dark website exists, you have to know its exact URL. So obviously, if no one knows my URL, well, I won't have any visitors. To solve that, some people have created directories of .onion sites. For example, there's this one where I'm going to blur the name and addresses because the point is just to show you what it looks like. And by the way, there are some really shady things on there. Cocaine, heroin, yeah, no. Cannabis. Phew. Oh, there are bank accounts, crypto mining, unlocked phones, weapons, obviously, fake cards, ID cards, medications. Wow. I don't want to be in this directory. We'll look for more welcoming ones. Actually, to really show you the problem of trying to find sites on the dark web, there are researchers who specialize in mapping the dark web. They dig through a lot of data to try to find sites that exist on the dark web, and it results in these kinds of diagrams that are really interesting. And here, you really realize all the activities you find there, and just how dark a world it is. And to give you an idea, all of this represents only 8,000 to 20,000 onion sites that are known. Whereas on the regular internet, there are 200 to 250 million active sites, the other way to get visitors on the dark web is through word of mouth. People share links on forums, on Telegram groups, or among friends, and it turns out that I have a big group of buddies. Feel free to join the group by subscribing to this channel and joining my Discord. And I'm literally writing a message on my Discord right now to post my .onion link. Yes, it's kind of cheating, but it helps get visitors. And above all, I'm really curious to see if people in my community use the dark web. We'll see at the end of the video how many subscribers visited the site.
When we find, no, there isn't. When we find, there's no picture time. That's for sure. You see a gallery too. Wait, we'll do everything. Sorry, VDF. I hope you're right. I don't know where he got it. But that's me, actually. That's me right now. Well, thank you, E1. It's always a pleasure to collaborate with you, right? It's really great. I'm thrilled. Let everyone admire this. No, really, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves, make fun of me. I give you permission. And there you go. What a nightmare.
Well, I think it worked. As for the stats, we can see that this is the number of visitors who have visited my site since the beginning. I didn't think that so many people would be able to get to this site. This video's goal is to discourage you from visiting the dark web since I've already shown everything there. Stay safe. This is Awin.